Son is my name, and today I'm super excited because I'm having a gentleman. We last had a chat or an interview sometime back. I think like 2 years, because there was that time of lockdown due to COVID. And guess what? After like a couple of years, I'm on social media, and guess what? I'm seeing one of the songs that are really trending so much, not only in a specific country, but this time around it was really global. And of course, he had come up with a new song, of course, with Busy Signal. Man, I love the jam. Before we could even have a conversation, I was like, wow, I could not believe like the guy that I really know. I've always loved his music, but this time around when I listened to this, before, by the way, he started his music career earlier. I think it was around 16 when he was like, I want to into music, and of course he started doing some stuff here and there. But surprisingly, has been involved with different reggae festivals in Canada, in Uganda, different countries, and of course. He was one of those people who started up some of these carnivals, reggae festivals. Then, of course, when it comes to instrument, of course, he's an instrumentist. I don't know if I've said it the right way. What's up? How are you doing?
Yeah, man, everything good, my brother, man.
I'm super excited seeing you.
It's always a blessing to see you too, brother.
Now, I don't know where we should start, but for some of the Ugandans and maybe people who are abroad, and they are watching through, and then they are wondering, because now me, I know you.
Yeah.
I know a lot about you. Most of the people know you here in Uganda. It's like your other country, but again, you keep moving in different countries all over the world, doing music. But now for someone who is out there and they want to know who Jah Lex is, what would you tell them?
Well, you don't know Jah Lex. I was born and raised in Montreal, Canada. I moved to Jamaica, I do music all my life, but since 2005, 2006, I started sing, I work with different producers in Jamaica, and then, here I am today.
Yeah. Let's talk about some of the songs you've worked on.
Well, my first release was a song named Jamaica. It was a French and English version. There's 2 videos for that song, because I come from a French-speaking place.
Yeah.
So that was my first release, and I got a good feedback. I was in Jamaica. It was playing on television, so I was like, wow, this is very good. So I saw the potential, and then after that I released the next video. It was a song with Cableton and Silaska, and this one went everywhere. Yeah. That one was that's the song that really gave me notoriety in the music, because it's also me who produced the song.
Yes.
So yeah, it was very good. And then after that, start to release an album and tour and everything. So yeah.
And it's like a citizen of the world, because today you're in Africa, the other day you're in the West, the other day you keep moving. where do you settle basically, or you just keep moving where it takes you?
I go where the music brings me. Yeah. So you don't know, I always go back to Canada because that's where I was born,
Yeah.
And then I always go back to Jamaica because, Jamaica is also home,
Yeah.
And, I love Africa, I love Uganda. Since the first time I came here, I knew I had to come back,
We are going to talk about lots of things, but now I know everyone is waiting for the main one, so let's not waste much of your time. We're going to talk about this main thing before we can talk about anything else. Yeah. Now, this song with Busy, from the audio to the beats to the video, everything is just so classical. Immediately when it's out, I remember it was like 1 week, and now it is training and everyone is listening on, Let's give us the story of that song from when it's not there to where right now that people are watching it on TV.
Yeah, man, for real. Well, it's a long journey still, because I know Kananga, that is around a Busy Signal also, and for many years we spend time in Bobo Hill, because we are Rasta, we are Bobo Shanti. And so I used to link with them, go to the studio and everything, and I wanted to do a song with Busy, but I knew I had to get the right rhythm, the right vibes and everything. I didn't want to just do a song with him to say, oh, I did a song with Busy. I wanted to be a great song, And I just let the time go until last year. I was in Jamaica. I have a bridging here named Mac Beats in Kampala, who also made some nice rhythm. I did some work with him like during the lockdown I was here.
Yeah.
So I called him, I said, Mac Beats, you must have a nice rhythm for me and Busy right now. I'm gonna link him at the studio, and I'm sure that that's the music he's making is the right vibes,
Yeah.
for a combination like this, you know. So he sent me a rhythm right away, and then you know I reached at the studio. I had the song in my head, you know. We linked with Busy, and you know we just put it together. I made the first verse and the chorus. Let him hear, see if he like. Say yes. The next day, you know, he went to the studio, do his part, and you know I think maybe 1 week, 2 weeks later, we were doing the video clip. Yeah, yeah, man. So
and then it is out.
it's out now, you know.
Basically now the beats, it is who?
The one who composed the instrumental named Mac Beats.
Mac Beats.
Yeah.
So then the audio studio where you went.
We record the studio. You know, I have my own studio in Jamaica, where I'm working. Busy also have his studio, and I've been working with Pete, that is my engineer in Jamaica, bless up yourself, who's also the engineer for Roman Virgo and part of Vikings production. So I've been working at Vikings studio for many years. I have to say give thanks to Roman Virgo team, because you know been using the studio. Sometimes I pay light bill and stuff, you know, but yeah, I have to give thanks to them because they also made it possible for me to do so much work, you know. Yeah, they give me the little strength, you know. So we work in different studio to voice it, mix it, you know. As I said, the instrumental was made here, you know, and then you know the video is my youth them Viewers in Spanish.
I love the video. I love everything in the video. The cars, you know, the way you start, you know, and then Busy comes in, and then you come together. Whose concept was it when it comes to the video?
Well, when it comes to the video, I call my youth, you know, Andrew. I told him, say, you know, I send him the song first. I give him my ideas, you know, we're thinking about location, what we want to see, and then we just take it from there, you know. We take a day, and you know, actually the part with me and Busy singing together, that's just outside Rising Sun Record HQ, you know. Rising Sun Record is my label, so we'll shot the video around there, you know.
Yes.
So it's at home, no stress.
That's the cars, and you know.
Everything. The video is nice, nice setup.
And now, did you know that you know it will be like topping charts, and it's on charts, and you know it is everywhere, like on Apple, then the Spotify. Did you think about it that you know it will go that big?
I was hoping to get you know the support from the listeners and the fans, you know. But you know, you never know when you release a song. You don't know what's going to happen, you know. And sometimes there's so much song releasing like every week. So, you know, you're like in an ocean of new music every week right now, you know. So
because you had been in Jamaica, you've been in Jamaica like much of your time, but surprisingly now newspapers in Jamaica, it's like they're seeing you for the first time. It's like you've not been there, and then they're writing about you in the papers, and then you know TV. So that perception, how did you feel?
I feel very great, you know, because you know, it's always a joy when you do some work and then you get some, you know, recognition. People, they appreciate your work and they give you a good feedback, you know. It's always great, you know. But as I woke up the day the song was released, then I take my emails. I see like I'm getting emails from different platforms. Your song is trending. Your song is, I'm like, wow, it just released, it's trending already.
Yes, that is the thing.
And then I saw Apple Music put it on the reggae page as like best new songs. So when it released, it was like in the third spot, you know, on first page. I was like, wow, that's very great, you know. And it's still on it right now after 1 month, you know. It's still on that best new song list on Apple Music reggae, you know. So that's great. I'm seeing that, you know, I did some good work, and right now me and Mac Beats were in the studio last night. Working on some new song already, linking with some, you know, some of my friends in Jamaica. Say, oh, we're gonna put on the next song now, and you know what's next, because you know we see that we're getting the support now. So
because I know you're going to be having an album released. That is, I think it's in March, right?
Yeah, the album is gonna be released in March. You know, it's nice collaboration on the album. You know, I have songs with Loot and Fire, Mikey General, Sugar Roy, and Conroy Crystal. Also True Diva, Clever Roots, you know, upcoming artists. So it's a nice LP, you know, different. It's not every song sound the same way.
Yes.
Every song has a particular song way, like different from all the others. So I think it's a nice combination, you know. So this is gonna drop in March. But at the same time, we're already shooting some video clip from other single that's gonna be released after that right
Yes.
now. So the production is going on right now. You know, a lot of production. You know.
Let's imagine, you know, someone now has started to follow Jah Lex, and you know, they want to get to your social media. Yeah?
Yeah.
They want to get to your social media, how they can get all your songs, you know, compiled. Let me say if it's Spotify, what are the social media and usernames, so that
Yeah.
they can get on all the platforms.
Yeah. Well, if you just search for Jah Lex, you know, with the right spelling.
Yeah, that
you'll
is
find
J-A-H, then live space, then it is L-E-X.
Perfect. So you'll find me everywhere, you know. But all the social media at King Jah Lex also. Even YouTube at King Jah Lex. I have Jah Lex Vivo, you know.
Yes.
And all the platforms everywhere, iTunes, Spotify, you know. Yeah.
The last time we worked, you had again moved out of the country, and then people were calling me and they wanted to have a piece of you. They wanted to have an interview, and then you had gone.
I'm sorry
and
about
again,
that.
now you're back. For how long are you going to be here in Uganda?
Well, I'm here for March. We have one show, the 6th of March in Arua.
Yeah.
So I know that one is confirmed. And, you know I'll be there for most of the month of March, part of April. So now I'm waiting to see, you know, I've got some offers for some other concerts also in Africa, other country. So if that happens now, I will stay a little longer and come back here after the show.
Would
that would be great.
would I be right to say you do music like full time?
That's my work. That's always been my work. Even when I was in high school, I
Mm.
was missing school a lot because the night before I had some show in some club that I'm not even supposed to be in the club because I'm underage, but
Yes.
then I'm playing with the band.
Yes.
So, and to me, you know, I start making like a earning. I see like, oh, I love to do this. I love to be on stage. I love the, you know, the energy of the crowd and everything. So from a young age, I was already playing with a lot of bands. And, you know, when I finished high school, I found a studio. I rent a studio in Montreal and start to rehearse from there.
Yeah.
And, you know, work with the bands and, you know, organize show and, you know, try to make it, you know. Yeah.
Most of the people think that when you come up with a hit, like it's a hit song, it's a big song, they always think that you've invested in a lot of money. Is that true? Like, you know, like this one with Busy, they feel like I think he has invested over $1 million. How true that is? Is it
Well,
because of the
yeah.
budget to come up with a good song?
You have to know, like, for me, I'm doing a lot of the songs I release. I produce it myself also, you know. I also work with other producers like Linval Thompson, you know, and other producer. But when you is the producer, is you have to cover the expense of the
Yes.
song, you know, because you know it's a lot of studio time, you know, mixing,
Yeah.
mastering, you know. You have musician, you have engineer,
Yeah.
you know, and then all the other costs that are related to the song, also transport and you
Yes.
know, so much things. And so when you do music, sometimes the limit, there's no limit on how much money you can spend on
Yes.
music,
Because
there's no limit.
they think like this song with Busy, they think like he spent a lot of money. That's why it's a hit. Is that right? Like, would it be right that to get a hit song, you have to have spent a lot?
Well, that's true and that's not true.
Mm.
Because you can have a hit song that wasn't produced well, that the quality is not good, that the people have not invested in that song.
Mm.
But the song has an energy and everybody love that song, and then sometimes even those songs get a remix and they go back to the studio to do a proper, you know, version of that song because it become a hit, you know. So it can happen, but if you're a young artist and you want to make it in the music, you always have to think what is out there already, how it sounds, what's the quality of sound you're looking for, you know, because the production goes a long way. If you go to a DJ and you give him a song today, it's a great song, the lyrics, everything is good, but the production is not up to the level. He will listen, he will play it maybe once or twice, but the music is not going to sweet him. When you mix a song properly and it sounds sweet, and you play on any sound system and you just feel it and it sounds sweet, the DJ, they want to play it again the next day.
Yes.
And the other day.
Because when
in
it comes
10
when it
years,
comes to this song, I've noticed that most of the times you used to do promotion here and there, but when it comes to this song with Bees, you've not promoted, but it has gone like wild.
Yeah.
And then people are just telling you yet you've not yet been there.
Yeah.
And then it's basically them telling you, and it's not like you
Yeah.
sent them mails and all that about the song.
But all of that, is years of work,
Yeah.
because, all the groundwork I did in the past, also all the people I link, and, everybody I contact, sometime now it had up in, after a while, you don't have to do so much work.
Yes.
You just have to concentrate on do some good work,
Yeah.
and when you put it out, then of course more people will listen to it and download the songs and everything.
So, someone like me and most of the Ugandans here, they always think if you have a hit song, you can relax for a while, make some money off that song, but now the song is there, but again, you're working as if you don't have a hit currently, and it has just been released, and again, you want to bring in more work. Is it true that maybe if the good song is there, you wait to release, let that one move, it flows in the people, then you bring in more work, but the hit is there, but it's like you're looking for another one, it's like you don't have one.
Yeah, well, all right, that is one thing. Sometimes one artist get a song and the song get popular, and then they think their work is finished. No,
Yeah.
I'm popular, everything will be fine and whatsoever. But any artist that is still current today that had a hit song 10 years and 20
Yes.
years ago can tell you that the only way that they are still here now and working in music is because they keep on working and put on some new songs and put on some more material. It's not every song that you do is going to be a hit song.
Yes.
It's not everything that you do people gonna like.
Love it.
But you're gonna have fans that will follow you. And if you stop from giving your fans some music and some new material, sometime after a while you're not current anymore.
Yes.
So then when you want to come back again with something, you have to do a lot of work, like start from scratch. Like if I was sitting down all during the lockdown saying, oh, there's
Sure.
no show, I'm not going to get no money
Yeah.
from now. So I just put the music down and say, no, let's do a lot of work now. So when the place open up again, we have songs
Yes.
released, we have something, we can, we're still working.
So how is your schedule so far? Like when it comes to how is your calendar? 2022.
My calendar moves a lot.
Mm.
I have someone looking after that for me.
Now, when this album, what is going to be its title? The album which is going to be coming out in March.
Hey, you know what? Right now, my publisher is preparing like everything now, the official launch and everything. So I don't even see the official date or anything or whatsoever. So I don't want to say anything at this time that is wrong, because things can change at the
Very
last
true,
minute.
yeah.
So right now I left that in under my publisher.
How was the
you know.
experience with everyone you partnered with on that album? If you
Yeah.
can give me just brief experiences, like when I was working this guy, this happened, and it was very crazy in the studio.
Well, it's always when you do music with people, it has to happen. There's something, it has to happen by itself. You
Yeah.
cannot force things, And like even Loot and Fire, we were talking about doing a song. We did some show in Canada. He worked with my band there, so we were, spending doing some work together, but never get the time to do the song. And one time I was in Kingston now, and I had the flight. I was leaving the next morning,
Yeah.
And when I woke up now, I know it's my last day in Kingston. I was like, okay, so what I'm going to do today?
Yeah.
And 5:30 in the morning, Loot and Fire called me. Jah Lex, come, I'm in Spanish Town. Come, let's do
Yes.
this. No, it was in Portmore. Come in Portmore, let's do the song. I'm
And then you had to fly.
And yeah, so if he was calling me the day after,
Yeah.
I was gone
You
for
were
like
gone,
3-4 months. So it was being pushed away, And every song, every music I do is always like this. It happened there, and if it doesn't happen at that time, well, it might never happen.
Because you seem to be very busy, music here, music there, you travel here and there. Do you
Yeah.
get time for family?
Of course, I always take time, even lately, I take some times. I always have to take some time off, because if not, it's just madness,
Yeah.
So even like when I get some offers for some tour that is very, very long, I always ask for some time
Yeah.
to go and spend some time with the family, some little break, because if you go sometime 3 months, 4 months, you don't see your family, it's very long, it's hard.
Why reggae?
Reggae music,
Why
carry-
reggae music?
Reggae music carries a message, Yeah, has a message. Reggae music, you know, is the voice of the people, really and truly, you know, because when you look, so much thing you can learn from reggae music. If you listen to lyrics, which other genre of music is so rich and can teach you so much thing
Yeah.
by listening song? Either it's historical or either it's you know, the way of thinking positively or whatsoever. There's a lot of things to learn from reggae music, you know. So for me, I always been attracted to it. When I was young, I found a big box of you know, 45 and vinyl, and you know,
Yeah.
with Burning Spear and Charlie Chaplin and you know, Derek Ariat, all those mans. I used to play them, and it just sounded different that everything else I was able to listen at the time, you know. I always love reggae music.
Most of the people say Rastas are the coolest people, like they're easy, disciplined, humble.
Yeah, well, we have to be humble.
What makes you
know?
so unique?
Humble lion, you know, but you know, when you know things get agitated, the lion
Yeah.
roar.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But, you know, Rastafari is life, you know. We give thanks. We live in tune with nature, with creation, you know. That's
Yeah.
why the food we eat, you know, we're not going to eat certain things and whatsoever, you know. So, yes, it's a way of life. So, you know, yeah, it's a spiritual connection to the creation, to the creator, you know. And, you know, we are all one people, you know.
I think you
yeah.
on that when they were celebrating remembering Bob Marley.
Yeah.
I think in Uganda you were there, right?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
I saw
yes.
you. I saw you even in the pictures. And why do you decide to celebrate that guy? What makes him so unique?
Well, you know, Bob Marley now is the first man who bring reggae music and Rastafari message across the world from Jamaica, and also put even Jamaica on the map, you know. So, you know, Bob Marley is like a national hero that Jamaica has to recognize that right now. The leaders of Jamaica has to recognize that, you know, and have him as a national hero, because that is what he is, you know. Yeah, even today his music is still relevant.
Yeah.
Even today you listen to Exodus album, it still sounds good. Quality is there, you understand? So yeah, we have to give it up to him. And then again, my birthday is the 7th of February.
Yes.
So the first time I went to Jamaica in 2004, for my birthday and Bob Marley's birthday, I went to 9 Miles where Bob Marley was born.
Yes.
And I had a great time. And then I said, every year I want to spend my birthday in Jamaica because it's Bob Marley's birthday,
Yes.
so I'm sure there's going to be a great show and I'm going to have a good time, you know. But this year it happened, I was in Uganda, you know. Yeah, man, big up King Shango, DJ King, you know, you don't know who was organizing that, and, you know, Butcher Man, you know.
Yeah.
So I have to say, I must come and support them.
Most of the Rastas, I don't know, is it, most of the Rastas smoke weed.
Some smoke, some don't, you know. It's not every Rasta man who will smoke, you know.
Is
But
it-
we
is
do
it bad
use
to
the
smoke?
ganja. Well, alright. You know, the herb is a medicine. Ganja is a medicine. Even before Babylon they decide that is illegal, it was used by doctors. It was used as medicine for a lot of things, you know. But then also the leaders, when they realize when the man they smoke this ganja, they're like, hey boss, just cool na man. Hey, relax man. So they had a hard time to deal and give them, like, you know, to come with their laws and regulation and rules,
Yes.
and, you know, and make the people that use that obey to that. So it was a problem of control, and then they say, oh, this herb is very, very bad.
Yeah.
And then they changed the name from I think cannabis to marijuana, and say marijuana is a drug. And at the time, everybody was using it as medicine in various parts of the world, you know. So if we know that it is a medicine, it can be used as medicine, you know. That doesn't mean like you have to smoke some big long spliff like this, and, you know, and because everything, you have to balance everything.
Yes.
There's,
Much of
everything
anything is bad.
If you take too much of something,
It's bad.
it's not good for you,
Yeah.
even if it's a good thing. If too much of something is not good. So we know that. So we have to know how to use it. You know, some use it in tea, some use it in food.
Yeah.
You know, some will extract the oil of it. You know, it has different purposes. Even to heal some muscle that, you know, after like a car crash or something, and you have some muscle, you can make some oil with it and rub on your muscle. It will help to build back your muscle and everything. So
When you're composing your music and when you're thinking of that song, meditating and you want to have good vibes, What are always your modes? What is it that you always do? Do you go to the jungles, chill, and you think of those words, or does it just happen?
Well, when you compose music, you must, for me, I must have a like inner peace at first,
Yeah.
so the first thing I'm gonna look is what I need right now to get that inner peace. Maybe I'm hungry, maybe I want to go to the river, or something. So that's what I always do, and you just clear up your mind, and
Let's look at this album, which is going to be coming out, let's say, hopefully in March.
yeah.
How did you come up with these lyrics, Hayes, these vibes? I want some of those moments when you came up with the particular song.
Well, the song, it just manifests by itself. Sometimes I have an idea in my head, and then, I have like the vision of everything now, the music, arrangement, lyrics, and everything come at once. And then I will just take my phone or something or an instrument and try to put it down and write it down so that I remember when I reach at the studio or when I reach at the band. So music can come like this, like everything, but sometimes it's just the vibes also. You get a rhythm and you listen to that rhythm for a while. Sometimes I go for a drive. I have a new rhythm. I don't know what I want to sing. I don't have no idea for lyrics or nothing. I just put it in the car and I go somewhere. I drive. Let's go. And I listen the rhythm. I get some punchline, and sometimes I get some melody, and then I say, oh, this is the melody I want. And then I find, okay, so what I'm gonna say now, what are the right words to fit those melodies.
Because me, I'm getting excited because after, if I look at these releases, these singles and which have been coming out, I'm looking at the album now, I'm visualizing, and I'm like, what is it that really people should expect? In particular songs, people communicate different things.
Yeah.
So in this album, as per song, what message did you want to to portray to people, to tell people in at least some of the few songs, because I know the album is going to be having 13 songs, right?
Yeah.
So what is, in some of those songs, what it is that you wanted to communicate?
Well, there's a lot of different songs on the album. One that is released already is Farmer Man. Farmer Man is a song that talk about the farmers and also the ganja farmer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if we big up the ganja farmer there, because they put in the work to make
Recognition
sure
there.
we have the medicine, And I have a song also with Lutan Fayad named What's Love? And then Lutan is singing about what's love has to do with it when everyone is looking for themselves. Like if everyone is just looking for themselves and their own good, there's no love there.
Yeah.
You understand? You have to look for your brother and your sister.
Yeah.
So this one has a very strong message, The song with Mikey General now. Mikey General sing that Jah is my A1 from day one.
Yeah.
That he never let me down, even when I was doing wrong. So it's a very humble song.
Would I be right to say that is gospel music in the Rastas? That's now gospel.
Yes, you can see it like this. Some people, they see it like this because, Rastafarian, as we say now, it's also a spiritual way of life.
Yeah.
So in some of the songs, it has a strong message, and it come like a gospel,
Yeah.
And some other song, it has a message, but it's not like related only to Rasta. It's related to everyone.
Everyone, yeah.
You understand?
Mm.
Yeah. Because for us now, everyone is a brother and a sister.
True.
There's not 25 different creators that create a lot of different people. There's only one creator create
True.
everyone.
Yeah.
And we're all brothers. So if your brother come from a different region, from a different tribe or whatever, or he has a different religion, then he is still your brother.
Mm.
You understand?
Now you see, I don't know. I don't know if I'm a Rasta, if I'm not a Rasta, but I always hear Rastas say "M plus Rasi." I don't know what does that mean. I know the guy, but why do they keep giving him credit?
Well, it's you have to look really and truly through the history of how everything happened.
Yeah.
First, Emperor Haile Selassie I is a descendant of the Queen of Sheba and King Solomon.
Mm.
So if you've been reading like the scripture, like the Bible,
Oh.
King Solomon had a son with the Queen of Sheba that was ruling Ethiopia at the time, because at the time it was a queen ruling the country. So when they got that child, that child was actually the first king, because the mother see, my son now is the son of one of the wisest man, or the wisest man known right now to me. So it's worth it to be the first king of Ethiopia.
Mm.
And then Haile Selassie I directly 225th descendant from that union, you know. So, you know, it's royal lineage, you know. And then again, it's a pastor named Marcus Garvey, yeah, that was reading the scripture, and then he saw in the scripture that look to the east for the crowning of a king, and when this king will be crowned, it will be the beginning of redemption for all the people that are oppressed in the world.
Yeah.
So he coming from Jamaica, you know, and slavery and all of that,
Yeah.
he saw that and he spoke about it. And then some farmers that become the first Rasta also
Yeah.
realize that and say, this is our king, you understand?
Oh,
'Cause,
yes.
you know, he come to free us and all oppressed people in the world, you know, that are going through oppression, you know. So from that now, you know, many things happen and there's many things that we can go and look about. But the main thing as a Rastaman, or if you like Rastafari and you want to know more about it,
Yeah.
what you have to look for is not what people are saying and this and that.
Yes.
Look the man, look Haile Selassie, look his work.
Yes.
Look what he stands for, you know, look what he has done,
Yeah.
you know. He's the one, you know, the song War from Bob Marley. It's Haile Selassie wrote that song, it's his speech. He went to the UN, United Nations, and declared that in front of many people, you know. And in Africa, you know, Ethiopia has not been conquered by foreigners,
Yes.
you know. And when you look in the scripture also, it says that this land cannot be conquered by no,
Jah Lex,
because it's a land of Jah.
if you're to leave a legacy, how would you want really people to remember you?
To me, all people will remember me and
For what?
everything. I don't know.
What is it that you want them to remember you for?
Yeah, well, of course, you know, because the music, you
Yeah.
know, of course, I want the people to remember me for the music and the work I've done, you know. But, you know, life it's like your fulfillment of your life comes when you die.
Yes.
So I cannot tell you from now all the things that's going to happen between
Yes.
now and then, and all the people will remember me. That
Yeah.
I don't know. But I know from I do good today, I do good tomorrow.
Yeah.
I know the people will remember me for someone that was doing good.
You've worked with very many people, and most of the people you've worked with, they are good people. And you're one of the people who would find someone even when they are not so big celebrities, and you're like, that person is talented, and then you work with them.
Yeah,
Who is
of
that
course.
person? Let me say in Jamaica, you feel like in case you worked with them, you'll be like, that would be cool.
In Jamaica,
Yeah.
well, you know, I would love to do some songs with Junior Gong. I always love Junior Gong, you know, music a lot, you know. And Stephen Marley also, you know. You know, but as I say, music is something that happened like this, because I did a song with a youth named Clever Roots.
Yes.
And I met this guy now, I was riding, because I have a motorbike in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Long time ago, I was riding my bike, and I think my time fly out. So I had to stop and pick it up, and he was there.
Yeah.
And that's how I met him. And now we have a song together.
Wow.
And you know, I never know him, he never know me. It just
Yes.
happened like this many years ago. But we had that music connection, because he says he do music too. And he has a good vibes. So I say, all right, I always open, and you know, now we have a song that just got released, and you know, it's a good vibes.
How are Rastas in Canada? Have you met some there?
Yeah, there are people there. There's Rasta in Canada still. There's Rasta in Canada, you know. But there's a lot of people also that love Rastafari,
Yes.
and they yet need to learn more about it.
Now, in Canada, in all these other countries you've been to, because you've been almost everywhere, maybe you could give credit to each country you've been to where, you know, those artists were really good. In your
local
genre and kind of
artists.
music, yeah, artists.
Yeah, in reggae music.
Yes.
Well, you know, here you have some really talented reggae artists, you know. Even the first time I came here, I was surprised. Some of them, they sound like they just come out from Jamaica, and you know, they have the right vibes. In Kenya, you have a lot of good reggae music too. You
Particular people you'd spot out?
Huh?
Particular people you'd pick on, like, by mentioning names.
Hey, we have to pick up, you don't know, Butcher Man, General Caesar, you know, the whole crew. Yeah, man.
Butcher, what is so good with Butcher?
Hey, we have to rate him still, you know, we have to rate him still, you know. Butcher Man is the Ugandan Buju Bantan. Yeah?
True.
Is it doesn't matter if you realize it now or
Yeah.
in 10 years or in 20 years, but I tell you now today.
Yes.
This man is the Jamaican Buju Banton.
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, man.
And in Canada,
In Canada, yeah, man,
it is you.
No. I have to big up Prophecy Isis in Canada.
And
You know, Prophecy Isis now is a youth now where grew up in Westmoreland.
mm,
And I met him in Westmoreland in Jamaica. You know, he's a farmer. And at the time he had one song.
yeah.
And I said, let's go to the embassy and we'll go do some show in Canada. And I
Yeah.
bring him to Canada and he's still in Canada today.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
So
And you don't know Shampalu also, all the Montreal crew. Yeah, man.
so now the album is going to be coming out. That is in March, hopefully. And you know, busy song is getting really very. You give us some lines. Some lines.
Yeah, man. You don't know. Blessings are flow my way.
Ah.
Do sit, package it, label it, send it around the planet. Couple youths well legit, put the things on the market. Band mind never like it, them never want me reach nowhere. Oh, me a chop it, them just can't stop it. I fi make a big tune. So me link with busy put tune you on the YouTube. Me a put down some works. I'll wear me shirt full of dirt.
That one there, you're supposed to be watching out for it. Of course, it's already out. It's just been out not so long, but of course, if you go online, you can get surprised with the views and of course the perception that the people have really given it. You're supposed to go there, watch that in there, you know, just follow up with Jah Lex, and of course he's in Uganda. He's going to be here. Of course, he's going to be performing, and he was so much into festivals. Are you going to still be in there like how it used to be? Are you having some lined up festivals where you won't be performing?
I have some very offers, a lot of offers right now on the table.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for confirmation now.
Yes.
You know, so I cannot say, you know, where I'm going next, but it's
I'm
on the
imagining
table. We're ready.
someone out there wants to get to Jah Lex, but to get to you, they don't know how. You know, those
Yeah.
social media could be there, but when it comes to artists, more so you guys, when you're so busy from one
Yeah.
country to another, in studio here and there, you're shooting videos, you're doing performances, you find it hard to go through your social media messages.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
do you
yeah,
have
yeah.
like maybe management or people or
Yeah,
you
all
know
the bookings.
how to bookings,
Yeah,
how
yeah,
to
yeah.
get to you directly, and it's not going to take long.
Well, the right person for bookings now is Headline Entertainment in Jamaica.
Yeah.
So you can just you find them easily on on the internet, Headline Entertainment. Send them an email,
Yeah.
you know, and Jerome will take care of that. You know, bless up Jerome.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Now that is in Jamaica. Now Uganda, Canada, South Africa. Then we have also that part of Europe.
I've different agents that also work with me. I have people on the ground in you know various places.
Yeah.
But all the booking first take is happening with Headline Entertainment in Jamaica. You know.
Yes.
So from that part is done now. There's we have people here, we have people in Kenya that can, you know, help the promoter and contact and keep the contact with him.
Have you thought of signing up artists as you, Jah Lex? You know, signing up artists?
That I have one thing, a lot of people ask me that I never sign no artist.
Why?
There's one reason why. Because as an artist now, also when I started, I was trying to find a producer who can produce me. I never find no one who really wants to put all the effort, the energy, and the money, and that I would get my right share.
Yes.
You understand? So that's why I end up doing some producing myself and release my song. And this is what I want to tell all the artists also out there: is it's better you try to work on your own craft. And you start your own label, just like Jay-Z did. You understand? You start your label, you release your song. When your song play, you know you're getting your right share because it's you who also put it out there, you know. And to me, I don't want to be signing. For example, you as an artist, I'm gonna sign you.
Yeah.
Then always going to go. I'm owning your music.
Yes.
If the song get big, you understand. There's
Yes.
so much thing that
So
can
much shares
go
in
wrong,
between, yeah.
and to me, I don't want to be in that position that you know I'm gonna sign an artist and then it's gonna come complicated, and you know, because I don't want to own what is yours.
Yeah. True.
What is yours is yours.
Yeah.
So what I do sometimes, I do producing for other artists. I say, all right, you want this instrumental, or you want a song like this.
Yeah.
I would produce it for you, but you know, you cover the expense, and then it's your song, and then
Yes.
you put it out there. that I feel more comfortable with that. You understand? So the artist owns his music, he owns everything, you know.
True.
And at the end of the day, now I just wish that he is going to make it, you know.
Yeah.
And that's better than signing artists and then you record them, you have material for them that now belongs to you. That in 10 years or in 20 years, if the song is still playing,
Yeah.
it's still someone else owning the rights. A lot of people in Jamaica, a lot of big artists, they right now they don't have no money because they
True.
was 20 years ago,
Yeah.
but they never get $1 from that.
True.
And then when those artists they get old and they die, they don't even have money for the funeral. It's the reggae
True.
community that have to
Yes.
come together
And yet they
pay
were
for the
big
funeral.
artists.
They were big and nobody even knew that they were so poor.
Yes.
Because in your mind you say this artist he must be rich,
Yeah.
because he has so much hit song. But those songs were produced by someone and
Yeah.
then the thing wasn't shared equally.
True.
So for me I don't wish that for no one. I don't want that for myself.
True.
That's why I never decide to really get into signing artists and build a label which is oriented that way. I rather do production and do the work together, call some youth and say let's do a song together and then we put it out and we see what happens,
What do you think, as we are winding up, I know we've talked for a long period of time, as we're winding up, what do you think of artists getting involved in politics?
Well, alright, for example, you see Bob Marley now get involved in politics, yeah?
Yeah.
You bring the two different party on a stage and the One Love concert and join their hands together,
Yeah.
The night after he got shot also.
True.
For, involving also, And to me, personally, I don't have a problem with that. If someone wants to do music and politics, that's okay. But to me, as a Rastaman also,
Yeah.
politics is something that I don't want to be mixed with. That doesn't mean that if the leaders know or the one in control of our country, they do something wrong, that we're going to keep silence or we're going to agree with that or whatsoever. Because, we are the voice of the people also,
Yes.
But to be involved in politics is just not for me. I don't want to be, I will never take, even in Canada, I'm not on no election register.
Yeah.
I'm not voting for no country. I'm not voting for no president nowhere. I'm not giving support to no politician. That's not on my agenda, I support someone who do good thing. I support someone who is there for the people and protect the right of the people. But to me, and mix myself or my music with politics is something I don't want to do.
Do you eat red meat?
Huh?
Do you eat red meat?
Red meat?
Yeah.
No.
Why? Why do
Rastaman-
Rastaman don't eat red meat? Why?
Well, there's many reasons, but when you see, for me as a Bobo Shanti, when we're taking a Bobo Shanti vow, it's like a Nazarene vow, if you know a little bit of scripture. So back in the days, when someone take a Nazarene vow, he will stop from cut his hair, they will turn into locks.
Yeah.
That's in Numbers in the Bible, Stop cut your beard, also they will grow. You see, that's why my beard is growing.
Yeah.
And then we shall not eat flesh, because Jah put all the fruits and the vegetables and the plants and the trees for us to feed us and to give us medicine, because natural medicine is there, So it is part of our medicine also to eat, natural food, fresh from the garden, live food,
Young artists, how would you advise them who want to venture into reggae music? Because at the end of the day, I don't know if you know a guy called Binny Ganta. Do you know Binny Ganta?
I don't hear this one yet. No.
You don't know. Now let's imagine they're young kids, who want to join reggae music, and they're hustling, they're down in the ghetto, but they want to be successful. How would you advise them when they are broke and they don't have money and they're just hustling?
Yeah, well, everybody starts somewhere. When I started also, I was in Montego Bay with some studio youth, and we never have no money. We used to buy one small food and share in three.
Yeah.
Everybody eat half a dumpling and half a boiled banana, and that's it. But still, you have to put in the works. You don't have to wait until someone take you and bring you there or whatsoever. You have to put in the works. If you want to do singing, try to find who is doing it already in your community. There's maybe some other singer around. There's some DJ around your community. You try to go and link them. And talk with them, and maybe they can help you also and direct you with next one, because that's also why I started. I went and see people. I said, I want to do You know, I want to sing now. I want to do this
Because
and you know.
you're doing lots of things. You play instruments, you're a songwriter, you're a composer, you also produce music, you're an artist, of course, you sing. All this, did you
Yeah.
go to school for all that, or it was just, experience and, the life you went through?
Well, I went to school, you know, but a lot of things is self-teaching, you know. I teach myself to play instrument. I watch and try to do the same,
Yeah.
you know. I went to school, but even after a while, I left music school. I left the music school when I was in high school because what they were teaching you, like they give you a partition
Yeah.
and then you play this.
Particular things.
Yeah, you just follow this. But then all those students, if you tell them, oh, let's play a jazz in something in A minor,
Yeah.
and you play something, they don't know what to do.
True.
Because they're not teaching them music, they're just teaching something that is mechanical
Yeah.
to reproduce something like this without really, go into the music and you know. So I saw that this school wasn't for me. I was learning more playing with musician and going with some playing with some bands and everything. So yeah, that's what happened really and truly. I learned more by doing it and putting myself in that situation and say, okay, let's go on this stage and do a show now, and see what happened. And then of course sometimes you make mistake and then you learn, you're like, oh, this I'm not doing this again, and
True.
and of course you learn, and it's a process. When I started, I never have nothing neither. I just started from the scratch, and I got one guitar and let's go. Let's try to do something.
Of course, when we start talking with Jah Lex, of course we can talk, because I always want to ask this, that, I want to know about the Rasters, I want to see how he has made it, I want again to ask this. So it's all a big compilation. But I think for today we're going to be calling it a wrap. And for the people who have been watching and those people who are now going to start following you, and those people who really love your music, what is it that you love to tell them as we are winding up for just now, yeah? Because I can find you again on another Facebook when you're performing, and again we'll have another chat.
Of
So
course,
for now, as
course.
we are winding up, what is it that you love to tell them?
Well, for now, I want to bless everyone, and give thanks for your support. Keep on supporting television and everything, the program. Yeah, and look out for the album coming out. Yeah, man. Jah Lex in the place.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for all of you who have been watching. And until when we catch up, just make sure you follow Jah Lex. Of course, his album, of course, having 13 songs, is going to be coming out very soon. That will be maybe early March. Until when we catch up, to say Andrew Anderson is my name. Bless ya.